Welcome back to another video, everybody. In this one, we're going to be talking about some people's favorite electric vehicle company, NIO. There's been some very interesting news that has been released over the last week and a half about this company here, and I know that it's a stock that you guys like to talk about a lot and hear about. And remember, guys, nothing I say here is financial advice. The only thing that I am here to do is give you guys better and more accurate information than you are able to find otherwise on the stocks that you are already interested in. So in this one, we're going to be talking about two really big key pieces of news. We're going to be going over the technicals, but if you do want me to go through a lot of the fundamental elements of NIO, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button because I will be releasing a video over the next few weeks after I'm able to go through a lot of their previous earnings reports. But without further ado, guys, make sure that you guys hit that like button. Let's roll the intro and let's get right into it. Now, guys, before we go any further, I want to give you guys the opportunity of a lifetime here with Trade1348.com, the absolute best place to come and learn to trade and be an active participant in today's market. They have all sorts of proprietary algorithms that you guys have access to. Invictus, this one that you guys see popping on the screen right now, just today alone had an over 80% success rate. The alerts are best in class. You have real-time unusual options activity, all sorts of other alerts as well on almost every single stock in the market, all sorts of learning curriculum videos to get you guys up to speed, even if you know nothing about trading or an expert trader. If you guys do want 1 month completely free, make sure you guys check out that link down below and use code GAINZ, G-A-I-N-Z, to secure that 1 month free. But let's get into the chart here on NIO and take a look at exactly what has been going on with this stock over the last couple of weeks here. Well, as we can see that this stock from basically all of the last year and a half here has been on a significant downtrend. Now, we are starting to see signs that this thing is slowly starting to pick back up. For those of you guys that are new to the channel or have been following me for a long time, you're going to see all of these yellow dots here, and these are traffic lights, one of the alerts that you are able to receive on Trade1348.com. And again, if we pull it up on some other stocks here, I mean, you can see it on Tesla. It's an absolute monster on these daily traffic lights right here. This one was 173 all the way up to the highs at like 276. These things are monsters. But we're seeing one right now on NIO, but what does that mean for us? Well, we know that NIO has been chopping around pretty aggressively, so I personally would not put that much faith in this move being very aggressive to the upside. Those of you guys that have a little bit more experience with options, if you do enjoy this company and like what they have to offer the marketplace, you can always go out and sell some put contracts, which give you the right to buy some of these shares, or you're obligated to buy these shares at lower prices. So let's say that I had a position in which I wanted to use, let's say cash, and I wanted to buy NIO at 9 and it's currently trading at 9.32. You can sell the $9 strike put, and if the stock stays above there, you get to collect all that premium, and if it doesn't, you get to go out and buy the shares at a price that you were already looking to buy them at. Now, this is not something that you have to do. It was a little bit of a side note, but right now I would be pretty cautious on NIO. I don't think it's the worst idea to start establishing a position if this is a stock, remember, that you are already interested in and have done research on. But we do have these lows here sitting right around $7, which is a pretty significant drop from where we're trading at 9.32. So as always, guys, dollar cost averaging is going to be your friend. Now, one of the big pieces of news that has come out with NIO recently has been this deal that they have with another very, very large oil company. Now, you might be thinking, electric vehicles, oil companies, aren't they supposed to be rivals? Well, not in this sense. And when we take a look here, these are going to be the two most important things. So, largest oil and gas companies by market cap. Now, this is globally. So, we have Saudi Aramco, obviously. When we come down here, PetroChina. We have Sinopec, which should ring a bell for those of you guys that do understand NIO. NIO has a relationship with Sinopec in which they are putting their battery swapping stations at a lot of Sinopec's gas stations. The next company that we need to talk about here is CNOOC. When we come over to this website right here, and again, if you do want a lot of the most up-to-date news on NIO, check out CNEV Post. They're going to help you guys out a whole lot with getting a lot of this news. But again, on June 28th, 2023, NIO partnered with Chinese oil giant CNOOC on Power Up Network deployment. Now, what are we expecting here? On June 27th, NIO's energy business unit, NIO Power, signed a strategic cooperation framework agreement with CNOOC Refinery, the petroleum refining subsidiary, to jointly build charging and battery swap infrastructure, the electric vehicle maker said yesterday. Now, when you're thinking about NIO as a whole, is this going to be something that is going to immediately be super revenue generating? Not necessarily, but here is what it does. Remember when Tesla really started to first come out and people started to buy Teslas? There was one main issue that a lot of people were dealing with, and that's range anxiety, meaning that they didn't necessarily think, or they were worried that they were going to run out of battery and be completely stranded. Now, what these strategic partnerships are able to do for NIO is lessen that that element of range anxiety for a lot of their customers. Because remember, NIO is operating on this battery swapping system, meaning that once the batteries are done, they drive to one of these stations, it goes in automatically, they swap the batteries out, and they are all good to go. So this partnership is a very, very big deal for really eliminating some of those fears and concerns that their new customers may have. Now, the other big piece of news that we have to talk about surrounding NIO is a very large strategic investment that was placed into them recently. When we come over here and take a look at exactly what this is a very, very interesting development. NIO secures a $1.1 billion investment from Abu Dhabi Fund, boosting business growth and technological innovations. NIO, the Chinese electric vehicle company, has received a strategic investment of over $1 billion from the fund, yada, yada, yada. The investment comes as NIO signed a share subscription agreement with the Abu Dhabi investment firm CYVN Holdings. Under the agreement, CYVN Holdings will invest approximately $1.1 billion in NIO through a combination of new share issues and share transfers from existing shareholders. This strategic investment will help NIO fortify its financial position and seize opportunities for expansion in the EV market. Now, this is one of the things that a lot of people have been curious about with NIO over the last few years, is when are they really going to get this expansion out into all of these other marketplaces and start to really take over market share? That is something that is yet to be seen, and we are going to go through that when we go through NIO's fundamentals in further videos. I just want to get these two pieces of news out to you guys that are interested in these companies. But expansion is a very, very important part of a lot of these newer companies' success over the long term. Now, having these large investment firms, especially in a climate like today, where there is a lot of capital out there, but there's not necessarily good enough deals with good risk reward for a lot of these private investment funds to actually place this money in. So seeing these deals actually going through in this type of marketplace means that NIO is most likely above and beyond what these funds are typically looking for to get out of a lot of these strategic investments that they are placing into these companies. That is a very important thing that you have to realize here, that even with this global economic landscape where there's fears of a recession, rate hikes, inflation across the board, that NIO is still able to raise significant amounts of money because all of these larger funds still see a lot of potential in this company. So guys, that is going to wrap up this video here. If you did enjoy the information and analysis that I provided, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and also help click that like button down below. It does help get these videos out to a couple of more people here. And again, guys, I hope you have the best rest of your evening. Peace.